If you're going to go through life without understanding that there's a grander plan, a plan that's bigger than just you and your ego. Am I top G because I never lose? What kind of man would I be if I never lost? Imagine my life went perfectly all the time. Imagine I didn't need to go to the gym and I had muscles and I never lost a fight and I had money from the sky and any girl I wanted and I just went through life and got everything I wanted. I wouldn't even be a good person. I wouldn't be human. I wouldn't know anything about how the world functions. I couldn't teach you anything. I'm not top G because I've never lost. I'm top G because I've been hit so many times and I get back up. I'm top G because I just lost a fight and I'll fight again today. I'm top G because I'm not afraid. I'm top G because I'll keep trying. Do you understand? It's not about never losing. It's about the fact that I will get up and try. It's about the fact that I'm not afraid to lose. And I'm not afraid to be ridiculed. And I'm not afraid to be mocked. That's how I built the life I built. That's how I got yachts and private jets and hundreds of millions of dollars. Because I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid to be laughed at. And I'm not afraid to get hurt. That's why. I put it on the line. I get in the arena. Everyone with an opinion is on the sidelines. Imagine living a life where you're so afraid of loss that you never get to win. You sit in the corner as a coward, writing Twitter comments at people who take risks you will not take. As an insignificant, unknown, a nobody. And you're so afraid of someone saying something bad about you that you're going to sit there and not take the risk. What kind of fucking man does that make you? It makes you the kind of man who is forgotten to history. Napoleon is in the history books. He lost battles. Muhammad Ali lost. Tyson lost. Champions sometimes lose. Sometimes the stars just don't align and you just lose. And you have to know that and you accept that when you agree to take the risk in the first place. And that is the barrier that prevents most people from getting anywhere. The what if I lose? What if you lose? I just lost in front of the world. Got paid $20 million. I just lost. What happened? Some jackass wrote a Twitter comment? You think I give a single f***? The best way to get over a loss is to keep on winning. I'm going to keep winning. I'm going to continue on my mission to teach all the things I know to as many people who will listen to me before they finally put a bullet in my neck. I'm going to continue to see my kids and live a fantastic life. Continue to build the real world into the largest online school that exists on planet Earth. I'm going to continue on my mission. That's how I get over a loss. I keep winning. I'll go fight again. And win or lose. I tried my best, but I'm not afraid to try again. No fear was instilled in me. My spirit and my heart have not been broken. Even at my old age. If I'm imperfect, and I'm human, and I'm fallible, just like you, and I've achieved so much. I've made hundreds of millions of dollars from nothing. I became the most Googled man on the planet, one of the most well-known people who exist in the world today. I have all of my dreams. My mother is happy. All my children are happy. I have everything I've ever wished for. I have everything. If me as an imperfect person can achieve so much, why don't you have everything you want? Is it because I take risks that you won't take? Is it because I'm not scared of being laughed at? Is it because I understand that the clock is ticking? Is it because I have urgency inside of my soul? Is it because I do not need motivation? Because I am determined? Is it because I understand that I am not going to waste 3 years wondering what if? I just want to go and find out now? Why do I, an imperfect, beatable man, have so much more than you? This is a question you need to ask yourself as a professional. Let's analyze this. Why does Andrew Tate, a man who is beatable and fallible and human, have so much more than me? You should have the same things I have. And for the same reason I just said I'm proud of Chase, and I'm glad that I taught him things that allowed him to beat me, I hope all of you become more famous, more well-known, more rich, more successful than I am. You're watching my show. I want the absolute best for you. I'm not a hater. I'm not one of them fucking guys who wants others to lose so he feels better. I want all of my students to win. Top G is not about fighting. Top G is not about never losing. Top G, everyone says to me, is you helped with my mindset. You helped me. I want you guys to win. I'm trying to drag you to happiness while you kick and scream like a fucking child, refusing to do any work, refusing to try. I've never known how to say no to a challenge. Not in a stupid, idiotic street fight bullshit way. In a, there's genuine reward for me attempting this way. To dedicate yourself to something so heavily that you literally can't see beyond that date. There is no life beyond that date. That's why I've always found it confusing when people struggle with motivation. There's nothing more beautiful than having one particular focus on the planet. That's the most beautiful thing in the world. To have a distracted mind and abstracted thoughts, that's not nearly as fulfilling for the soul as waking up with one particular concern and a date by which that concern gets to be fixed. That's actually the optimum way to live life for your soul and for your heart. To wake up and say, I only have one thing to do and I'm going to give it my all. And if I do that on this day, I get the reward for that thing. That's a beautiful life. If I were to say to you right now, dedicate yourself for the next 1 year, give it your all, 4 or 5 hours a day, think about nothing else. Don't go out, don't go party, don't talk to silly girls, forget about Christmas, forget about your birthday, forget about New Year's. Focus only on this thing for 1 year, and on this date you get the reward. I guarantee you, even more than the reward, even better for you than the actual payoff in the end, will be the process of going through that year. And you're going to think back on it with a fond memory. The best thing about this fight was that I got to spend the last 4 months with only one thing to think about. And in the long story, this will be a very interesting chapter. The time was going to pass anyway, friends. I didn't have to do this fight camp. I could have just said, no, I'm not doing any fight camps. I'm too old. I've been retired for too long. I'm just going to eat food and drive cars and party, be famous and be rich. And this day would have come anyway. And I wouldn't have the fight camp story. And perhaps the reason most people in that position don't take such big risks is because they're scared of being laughed at. And that's what we're going to talk about now. We're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about being laughed at or people mocking you when you fail at something. Because I think a lot of you hold back on being who you want to be because you're afraid of people's negative opinion of you. If you are worried about other people's opinion of you, they already own you. They already control you. If you are worried about what they are going to say or what they think about you, even if you need the praise, they own you. If you sit and say, I'm going to try this thing and I know I'll succeed, and everybody is going to say good things about me. So to make sure that happens, I'm going to cheat, or I'm going to be underhanded. I'm going to do some sneaky shit because I need these people to say good things about me. They already fucking own you. I don't care if people say good things about me or bad things about me, because those people don't own me and they don't decide my worth, and they don't get to decide how I live my life because they sit there and write comments. What kind of bitch would I be as a man if I sit at home and think, you know what, maybe I should take this fight? Yes, it's a big risk. Yes, he's younger than me. Yes, he's more active than me. Yes, he's heavier than me. Yes, he's taller than me. Yes, I might lose. And if I lose, people on the internet will make fun of me, so I'm not going to do the fight. Are these people my master? Am I going to allow them to treat me like a slave? Am I a slave to the opinions of people I've never even met? I'm an imperfect person, but the people with opinions are imperfect people. Why do I give a fuck about the opinions of imperfect people who didn't take the risk I took? I don't care about people laughing at me. And I don't care if people mock me. And that's why I took the risk in the first place. And that's why my life is the life it is. Because I've done nothing but take endless risks all the way to the top. A win is forever, and a loss is temporary. The reason a loss is temporary is because it eventually fades from your consciousness. The loss doesn't stay around for long. The world moves on, people forget, you forget, but the win stays forever. You try and start a business, and you win. You become a millionaire. You save your bloodline from eternal slavery. You buy a Pagani penthouse to give you a free Christmas tree. You try and start a business and you lose. You lose all your money, you get pissed off and upset. A few weeks later, you try again. The loss disappears, but the win stays forever. So when you understand that wins are eternal and losses are temporary, how can you not flip the coin? How can you not roll the dice? You have to roll the dice, because if you win, it's changing your entire life trajectory forever. And if you lose, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is some people on the internet are going to say some bad things about you. Some imperfect people who jerk off to porn, who have their own problems and their own struggles. Who gives a f what those people say? They're not the master of me. They're not in charge of me. I went out on my shield like a man, and I'll do it again. Chase beat me, but he didn't instill fear in my heart. I'm not afraid of fighting. I'm not afraid of him. He just beat me. And I don't know why. The first and second round, he couldn't touch me. If I didn't get tired, I would have won. I'm a better boxer, but I did get tired. Maybe it's ring rust. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe he's too heavy and he kept leaning on me. I don't know why, but he beat me. And let me make something else very clear to you. I have complete respect for Chase DeMoore, because I know the pressure he must have been under to take this fight. It was an opportunity for him, yes. And it was a risk for me. But we had pressure on different sides. Both sides of the coin, we had pressure in different directions. It would have been very difficult for him mentally, just like it was very difficult for me mentally. Never, ever take away your opponent's victory. It's like paying a debt. If you make a bet, you're a man. If you bet $100 on a sports team, you shake hands, and your team loses, and you don't pay your bets, what kind of man does that make you? You just have to look at the chessboard, understand that certain moves have been made, and move forward. This is the key. The key is that your mind must be able to instantly regenerate. If you ever talk to an alcoholic, alcoholics are obsessed with the past. I've noticed this. Whenever I talk to an alcoholic, all they talk about is the past. It's like, hi, alcoholic. Hi, yeah, my kid died. Da-da-da. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. They're obsessed with the past all of the time. You need to be able to regenerate your mind. If you can't do that, you just rot. Imagine your body gave up on regeneration. Imagine you cut your finger and your body said, nah, just keep bleeding. I give up on this whole regenerative garbage. It's unfathomable for you people to imagine a world in which your body gives up regenerating, because you know that you're going to simply decay and die. But your mind has given up on regenerating long ago, and you're not trying to fix it. You're not sitting going, all the bad things that happened to me, my mind needs to instantly regenerate. I need to take the lessons from them, learn so I become more capable and more competent, and move forward. That's it. It happened. Here's the lesson I learned. Move forward. Done. If you can't do that, you rot and you die. And I just told you that time flies. You're sitting at home, if you're a young man in your 20s watching this, one day you're going to blink and you're going to be 40 like I am. What are you going to do with the next 2 decades? You're scared of starting a business or going up to a girl or getting in the ring. You're scared of making a name for yourself. You're scared of the world knowing who you are. You're scared of going in the UFC. You're scared of getting up there and taking a risk in case people fucking laugh at you. You're going to die soon. One day you're going to be old, wishing you did it when you're young. If I knew I was going to lose, would I have still fought? And the answer is yes. In fact, if I knew I was going to lose, it would have even been more important that I fought. Because if I were to not fight just because I'd lose, then I'd really be a coward. And I said before the fight, I'm here to fight. I don't think about win and lose. I'm here to fight. And I meant it. If a genie came to me and said, I've seen the future, you lose this fight, Andrew, are you still going to do it? I said, now I have to. Now I have to. I'm not a coward. I might be an older lion, but I'm not a coward. And if I can get up, I'm going to get up. I don't feel sorry for myself. I don't sit around hoping my enemies are going to have mercy on me. I don't mope around the house like, oh, please stop. Nah, fuck you. I'll get up. Kick my ass. I'll get up. That's why I'm top G. Not because I always win, because I always get up.